I'm Rebecca Fryer with Kingstonist News. Here's what's making headlines today, August 22nd, 2022. 3 families have been displaced and a family pet crossed the Rainbow Bridge following a residential structure fire in the early morning hours of Saturday, August 20th. Emergency services were called to the scene on Uxbridge Crescent in the West End around 5:15 a.m. According to residents, one family pet, a cat, was resuscitated by firefighters after being found unresponsive, but sadly it was determined that the cat would need to be put down due to the severity of its injuries. 2 vehicles were also lost in the blaze, leaving the total cost of damages unknown at this time. An update on another fire in Kingston from last week. Kingston Fire and Rescue have now called in the Electrical Safety Authority to assist in their investigation into a residential fire that destroyed a home in Kingston's East End on Mangan Boulevard. While the cause of the blaze remains unknown at this time, KFR says damage is estimated at $400,000. 10 months after 2 men were killed in a parking lot on Sydenham Road near the 401, Kingston police have made an arrest. 37-year-old Gregory Anthony Beasley of Toronto was located and arrested in Toronto with the help of multiple police units from across southern Ontario. Beasley was then transported to Kingston Police Headquarters, where he was remanded to police custody and charged with a list of offences, including 2 counts of first-degree murder and possession of a firearm while prohibited. Beasley was already known to Kingston Police following a 2020 case where he was arrested and charged following a shooting on Rideau Street in June of 2019. However, those charges were later dropped by the Crown for currently unknown reasons. Police say their investigation into this double homicide continues, and they encourage anyone with any information following this latest development to give them a call. A reminder that you can leave tips anonymously by calling the Kingston Police main line and simply asking to remain anonymous. You may also call Crime Stoppers or text at 1-800-222-TIPS, or you can go online to crimestoppers.ca. The Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte have finally begun restoring vandalized grave markers that were damaged in an incident more than 50 years ago at Christ Church in Tyendinaga Territory. According to Chief Donald Miracle, no one was ever held responsible for the desecration. The project to complete the repairs was made possible through an $18,000 grant from the My Main Street Community Activator program, along with the funding from the Bay of Quinte Marketing, the Anglican Diocese of Ontario, Aboriginal Labour Force Development Circle, and other private donors. Volunteers are currently sorting and putting pieces of headstones back together after the vandalized monuments were piled in the corner of the cemetery years ago, awaiting this very project. Next, they'll be looking to reinstall grave markers, but say they would encourage anyone who has family, perhaps buried in the land there, to reach out to help them put the stones back where they belong. You can find more details about this project and who to contact right now at Kingstonist.com. And lastly, food services will continue as usual at Queen's University's Donald Gordon Centre after the Canadian Union of Public Employees, also known as CUPE, and Aramark Canada reached a tentative agreement, narrowly avoiding strike action. According to a release from the union, details of the agreement cannot be made public at this time. However, they say members will review the proposed agreement on Tuesday, August 30th, and then vote to either accept or reject the deal. For more on these stories and other headlines, or to submit your own news, visit Kingstonist.com and become a subscriber today. I'm Rebecca Fryer. Have a great one, Kingston.